Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're with us on this Friday morning, wrapping up a good week here on the show. We appreciate the good viewership. And listen, we're not wrapping it up in very good weather because it doesn't look real good. But we've got some good news coming up about it, though. Weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard, and a hard-working group up there in Southport, looking at a high of 48, a low of 38 right here on the coast, colder inland, of course. Water temperature right now is 61 degrees. I've got it's interesting because we're going to talk about it Monday. On Monday's show, I'm going to have Brock Meyer coming in. Brock is back home from his fishing folks. He's out there fishing a good bit, and we're going to get a good fishing report from Brock on Monday's show. Our river readings, we're looking at Apalachicola, Bluntstown, 15.4. Folks, that's in flood stage. It is high. And the Choctaw Scaryville is high too. It's going to be, it may drop a little bit. It's at a 9.5. Both rivers really high. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good tide today. We're going to try to go fishing in the morning because we've got a good falling tide. We're going to try to hit the Apalachicola Flats if we can. But Sunday and Monday, we've got neap tide, so not a lot of movement Sunday and Monday. And the big bucks, they're showing up in the woods all over. I've got some pictures to show you, but it's all kind of good things. Wind coming out of the north at about 13, so pretty raw day is what we're talking about in outdoors today. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Have a lot of pictures. I know you've sent them in, and some of y'all are waiting to see them. We're going to get through as many of them as we can, and we're going to start off with this one right here. This is a cool one right here. This is my buddy, Ronnie LeMasters. There's Ronnie right there. Folks, is that a fine one? I said, in fact, that's a fine one. How much, way to go, Ronnie. And his wife said between 7 and 8 pounds. There you go, Ronnie. Ronnie's Auto. He's been a mechanic, master mechanic. He can play music. He can do a little bit of everything. He can catch fish. You see proof right there. How about one of our sponsors, Drew Pollard? Drew's the one on the right. Drew was out there last week with a cold day, or it might have been early part of this week. Nice buck, Drew Pollard. Proud of you. Good outdoorsman there. Okay, here's some more fish. Jerry Forehand has been tearing it up. 26 nice crappie on beetle spins, and he's with his friend Dennis Hatcher. It was cold. Now, crappie fishing is cold. Good job, Jerry Forehand. Austin Allen, Bill Allen's youngest son, got a nice buck a couple of days ago. And a good story behind it. I'm going to get Bill to tell you the story behind that because it was one of those accidental shootings. I thought this is funny. I have a nephew in the rocket business up there in Huntsville. And have you ever noticed that all instruments searching for intelligent life are pointing away from Earth? I'm going to send this to him. All right. My nephew, Dylan Chester, killed him last night wearing my Panhandle Outdoors hoodie. There you go, Dylan. Now, if you remember weekend before last, good picture, all right, several good pictures. That is a big buck coming up there, and that's over there in Jackson County. He got that with his pawpaw. Good job, Dylan. If you remember, and then he killed one the next day. That was a cull buck. They wanted to get him off the property there, so he had two. Again, he had his lucky hoodie on right there, Panhandle Outdoors hoodie. But I was going to tell you, remember he was catching big bass down there in St. John's the previous weekend and killing bucks this past weekend. Okay, so I said, you've had a great weekend. Good job, Dylan. One of the viewers sent this, H.D. Adams out of Beacon Hill. He said, can you identify this fish? It washed up on the beach at Beacon Hill. It's about 5.5 feet long. Folks, at that angle, with that glare, it was hard to realize what that was. I kept looking at it, and it had been out, obviously been out a while because usually not that shiny. And what that is, folks, is a sturgeon. And remember, we talked about them coming out there coming out there out of the fresh water. They're actually spawning this time of year, and they're coming out into the Gulf along the shoreline. And something happened to this one. I don't know if he got hit or something, but that's 5.5 feet long. That is a big sturgeon right there. He may, honestly, may have died of old age. Who knows? All right, one more hunting picture. Mary Hagler with Frankie and Pam Morgan. They got two. That's the second one in 2 days. Good hunting family, good family right there and all, having a good time. Okay, let me show this one. Hey, Coach, this is Eddie White. I'm from Bonifay, Florida, and look at these big brim and shell cracker I caught last Friday. Smallest one, is that not a, smallest one is 3/4 pound, the biggest is 1.5 pounds. That is a good mess of them. And then here's another mess he caught, brim up off the Sand Hills, north of Highway 20, catching some good job there. And here he is, got an 8-point. So he's good outdoorsman right there. Okay, look, we're going to have to take a quick break. And here's what we're going to do. We didn't get to finish the video yesterday on the dog hunting up there in Liberty County in West Gadsden. We got about 8 minutes left of it. We're going to show that, and then we're going to add the name. We're going to come back after the break, and then add the name and do the fishing and do the drawing and the fishing report. So we're going to have plenty of time, but we got to go and get on it. But I'm so proud to show this is part of our Panhandle outdoor heritage, getting to run these dogs here in the Florida Panhandle. So we're going to take a break. I'll come back up and finish the video and then come back here. All right, we'll be right back. There they're coming out. Yeah, the deer didn't cross the road, it lost the track. They come up the edge of the road, turned around and went back, so that's why they're doubling back on them. Okay, he jumped another one. I'm going. Is he already crossed up here?
What's that?
All right.
I don't have anything on it. Jerry does. I don't know who all else. My spike, Pat Wood's spike, and Matthew's spike.
All right, folks. Here's a picture of a rattlesnake, and that's the horse. Tell it. You got this rattlesnake yesterday?
Yesterday.
What
yes,
happened?
Sir. I was sitting in the truck on the deer stand and looked up the road, and he was crawling across the road, and I tended to him.
Man, that is a big snake.
Where he wouldn't bite a dog.
Or a youngin.
Goodness gracious! But you saw him. You saw him first, crawling.
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, now tell us first of all, what are you going to do with that rattlesnake?
I'm gonna skin him and tan the hide and eat him, fry him up and eat him.
All right. Now, you're talking about back in the day that y'all would be cooking at church and people would be bringing the snakes to have. Tell us what happened.
We had a wild game dinner every year, and they would bring rattlesnake, but it would still have the rib cage in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not how I recommend cooking rattlesnake. Just cut the back strap out of it, and it's nothing but meat. And cut it up in 3-inch lengths and flour it and fry it. It's kind of like clam strips.
Yep.
It's very, very good. But when you leave the rib cage in it, it's a turnoff.
Say some of them start gnawing on the rib cage.
Yes, I'm not gnawing on a snake bone.
I love it. Okay, there they are. Look at those deer. Actually just saw them down this road. They started cutting these rows because later on they're going to harvest pine straw. That's a doe and a yearling. Look at there. They're trying to figure out where we are. He stomped one time. Yeah, we're crosswind from them. They can't smell us. We was riding by. Matthew saw them laying down. That's good eyes, Matthew.
Yeah, I knew something didn't look right.
Wow. That shows how long they'll stay there. Okay, my favorite time of the day. Lunchtime in the woods. Potato chips, crackers, and Vienna sausage. While I'm eating my Viennas, I looked over here and you wonder why all these trees are planted at the same time, but yet why some of these are smaller than others. And look over here in this row. You got little trees here and big trees right there, all planted at the same time. So you start to wonder what causes that. My theory, I'm not a forester, I think it's got to be the soil. They planted it, maybe got J-rooted or whatever. No, I don't think that'd be it. Why some smaller? It can't be in the genetics of it. I think it's the soil. It just got, the roots can't get down there to it. Just things you think about while you're out in the woods that you want to think about if you're sitting at home watching TV. Okay, we just dumped the dogs out and we're going to sort of what's called cold casting them out. And look at all these tracks. This is an area here. There they are. What's again fascinating is these rows they've mowed these rows, so they're going to put pine straw, start collecting pine straw. It's like old school hunting. You used to go down and just back when the woods were natural, you just look down the line. Look for some arrowheads. Look at the tracks. Everybody's exchanging the dogs. Everybody picks up the dogs and they get together and put them in the right truck. That's Peanut. All right, Peanut.
What up?
All right. Peanut's happy.
Yeah. But what moved fast, they went right back down the branch to right back in there to where you put it on.
Right. Oh, I know. I done run back down the road.
And Buster and them come up there, and they made a loop like they were gonna do that, and they went through. And those cut back through.
They picked up them. Yeah. I bet that was the buck. Yeah, I was sure that was the buck.
That track that went across 3?
I'm talking about a dark deer.
Yeah. See, them wasn't dark. Them was light colored, medium. They wasn't even big though. They was medium though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when he crossed 3, you could
What
tell he wasn't in no hurry,
but
it was
one
a
deer.
buck.
You know, you said there was 2 come out on you.
All right, we're wrapping it up. Matthew brought me back to my truck. Matthew, it has been a good day, buddy.
It has been a good day. A lot of action.
I appreciate you letting me ride with you, and we started the morning off good with a nice buck.
Yeah, sure did. Yep.
And I'm gonna have to get on out here because this rain is coming, but y'all still going after it, aren't you?
Yeah, I think they're gonna put out on another one. We'll probably hunt till dark.
I love it. Dark to dark.
Dark to dark.
All right, buddy. Well, appreciate it. And y'all, I'm going to let you go so you get on back on the race.
All righty.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. That's just a lot of fun to do a couple times a year with those guys. I got to move on, folks. I got to move fast. Fishing Game Time brought to us Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 1:33 to 3:33 this morning, and 1:56 to 3:56 this afternoon. And you look at all the names I got to add on here. I'm going to talk fast. It reminds me of the days when I was teaching. Right, I had to get everything in before the bell rings, so I just started really fast. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get as many as I can. So here we go. Heather Thompson, Fountain. Sharon Thompson, Bayou George. Thomas Platt, a nice letter you sent, Thomas. Panama City, Nancy Flores, Panama City. Jeff Bryant, Panama City Beach. Jimmy Thompson, Bayou George. Ann Shaw, Hastings Shaw. Dalton Carter, Wausau. Sachin Swanson, Panama City. Steve Swanson, Panama City. Okay. Bruce Corbin, Westville. Randy Carter, Wausau. Tom Martin, Bayou George, fishing buddy there. Peggy Sherman, Chipley. Peyton Davison, Panama City. Vicki Welch, Alford. Mark Vaughn, Bonifay. Matthew Finch, Chipley. Slim Tiller, old Slim up there in Deer Point Lake. Thomas Alexander, Southport. Lynn Alexander, Southport. Cynthia Clark, Chipley. Gene Vaughn, Bonifay. Minnie Johnson, Kinard. And Rodney Johnson, Kinard. Okay, moving along. Bluntstown, that brings us Sandy Shula. Marcus Parrish, Panama City. Been a good, Marcus is getting out there in the woods. Leslie Kelly, Choctaw Beach. And Jim Kelly, Choctaw Beach. That's a cool place over there. David Spence, Chipley. Charles Sweat. Jay McLeod, Graceville. Annette Dolphin, Bayou George. Stephanie Pike Fountain, Josh Pike Fountain. Well, we're doing okay. Ronald Welch Alford. Carol Harris, St. Andrew. William Harris, St. Andrew. Is that when to stick together? Okay. Dorothy Jackson, Cottondale. Caitlin Barnes, Cottondale. Chris Barnes, Cottondale. Get the last bunch down here. Steve Brookins, Lynn Haven. And his better half, Phyllis Brookins, Lynn Haven. Definitely better half. Aubrey Carroll, Westville. Russell Womble, Santa Rosa Beach. Still got a few more minutes. Barbara Carroll, Westville. Liz Nicolasi, Santa Rosa Beach. Hope Owens, Weewall. Ronald Matthews up there in Lynn Haven, Big Hunter. Faith Owens, Westville, let's see, actual Weewall. Chris Upchurch, Weewall. Marsha Stringfellow, Weewall. Melissa Rushing, Weewall. All our folks in Weewall. Jelena Barnes, Cottondale. Barbara Carroll, Westfield. Bobby Barnes, Cottondale. Charles Stringfellow, Weewall. Chipper Gainey, Weewall, and Carol Stringfellow, Weewall, and Denver Dolphin, Weewall. Woo, we got through it. Now let's do a drawing real quick. I hope we had a little skip right there. Anyway, our pickle jar is full. The winner of the $20 gift certificate. Showed up really good. I'm gonna go to the bottom here. And we have the winner is going to be Sammy Sowell over there in West Bay. Sammy entered last week, big winner. And then the big red snapper is going to be from Port St. Joe, Robert Haney. That's the two big winners. Quickly, let's talk about our fishing report for the weekend. I got this weather to deal with, and the biggest thing is just trying to find the window of time. Our plans, here's my plan today. As soon as I get out here, I'm headed for the woods. I'm trying to spend a day in the woods in between my truck and walking through the woods, whatever. I'm gonna be in the woods the rest of the day, so dark. And then tomorrow morning, about 4 a.m., I'm getting up, and Bill Allen and Greg Brusnick and I have plans to head to to Abercrombie Landing down there in Apalachicola and hit those little creeks up there. And we know the water's going to be high, but we also know the tide is going out. And so, it's a balance of it. But it's this time of year, we've had this cold weather this week, and this is what I'm talking about. You go when they're biting, and go when you can go when they're biting. So right now, this is my plans: to hunt today and fish tomorrow, and try to go to church on Sunday, and then Sunday afternoon put a show together, start planning for the shows for all week long. That's sort of our format. And Gail is right there with me. We will have some fires going. We're going to build a fire probably tonight and tomorrow night. And so anyway, our plans are to do that. If you can't do that, the crappie bite is off the charts. It really is. Lake Talc going to be a hot spot. Chipotle River's been good. Any kind of crappie bite. You saw the brim bite. So between the woods and the water, but we're headed for speckled trout. We may hit some redfish tomorrow. Our target fish tomorrow will be the speckled trout. And we'll be lucky to get that window of time. We just, how weather is, and just you got to sort of. We're not going to take any chances with lightning or anything like that, but we should definitely plan on going out and doing some serious fishing for speckled trout, and we will be wrapped up, and we'll have our life jackets on. And in the woods, I'm going to have my orange on and all that. So looking forward to the outdoors here, right here in the middle of January of 2022 in the Florida Panhandle. It's going to be fun. Y'all do something fun this weekend. Do some good stuff for your fellow man. Help them out any way you can. And we appreciate this viewership. We appreciate our sponsors. Had a good week here. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.